Today, the US legal team were responding to the arguments that were made by Julian Assange's legal team yesterday. And they were firstly arguing that it doesn't matter whether or not this case was political, that actually the UK is obliged to extradite either way. This is really a deeply flawed argument for two reasons. One is that Julian Assange was doing something that publishers and journalists do all the time. They receive classified material from a confidential source that exposes war crimes, crimes against humanity, torture, really grave issues in the public interest, and they publish them. And to prosecute a journalist under the guise of an Espionage Act for doing something like this is inherently political. The second reason why this is really quite a flawed argument for the US to make is that there's an agreement between the US and the UK. There's a mutual extradition agreement, and it's absolutely clear that political offences can't be the subject of extradition requests.
Everything turns on the outcome of this case. Whether states can criminalize journalism and put journalists in prison like they've been doing in the UK with an Australian citizen, a publisher who's won many, many awards for his journalism, and they've stuck him in the deepest, darkest hole of the UK prison system, and the US threatens to put him in the deepest, darkest hole of the US prison system for 175 years.
My government shines in that courtroom, and it is...
And remember, one of the oldest slogans in the business of